Welcome, everybody. We are going to do a Mercury retrograde reading. The retrograde starts on the 4th or the 5th, depending on whatever. So, if you're wondering when it starts. Sagittarius, let's see what we have for you, Sagittarius. You have this angelic help card. It says, your angels are blessing you with new opportunities. There you go. So, and then you also have what I would consider to be a rebirth. And sorry, I have to sit cross-legged because I'm a 4-year-old. So, hold on one second. But you have this angels are blessing you card. So I feel there are blessings, and also, just like everyone else, and it makes perfect sense with the astrology that you could be ending something at this time. You have the Ten of Swords to the Judgment card. That's like the death and then the rebirth coming up after it. So it wouldn't surprise me if you also are being blessed with something new. You have the King of Wands. King of Wands is, King of Wands could represent Aries, but I kind of feel like this is your energy that is coming in for you here, Sagittarius. So I feel for a lot of you that you are just showing up as the King of Wands. I feel like it's just saying you're bold, assertive, you're really going for what you want at this time. And so that could be leading to a lot more success for you, just because you're more in your element, right? Let's put it that way. I do find, you have Jupiter in your opposite sign as well, Gemini. And, even having Jupiter in your opposite sign is, just as good as having it in your first. So, it wouldn't surprise me if you were, even though it's not in your sign, it just wouldn't surprise me if you were standing out more, feeling more bold and assertive, feeling more motivated, and feeling like getting more stuff done day to day. And so I kind of feel, actually, again, this could be a really good Mercury retrograde for you, where you just feel motivated and ready to go. You have the Ten of Swords. So again, just like everybody else, you probably have something ending during this time. I think there's a lot of things we could talk about. I could probably spend like 4 hours talking about it, about all the things that are going on that are pretty much just encouraging people to end the old stuff and start something new. I think the simple version is that we're entering into a new world. I believe we are in the new world. All these spiritual teachers talk about the new earth. I think we're in it. We just haven't filled it with anything yet, right? So I think the rules are different. I think never ever has there been a time where you could read pieces of paper with pictures on them professionally online. That time never existed before now, right? So again, I think that's just one example. I think there are a million things that you could do, but you could be kind of like embracing new ideas or receiving blessings in the form of messages or information here. So I think that for a lot of you, there could be some, I would pay attention to your dreams, your daydreams, things like that. This right here is your higher self angel, and that angel is blessing you with, messages or, calling you, asking you to rise up. And so I feel for a lot of you, this could be, kind of like messages coming in for you that you really need to pay attention to. And it could be like dreams, daydreams, all that other stuff. Also, like I said, with the Judgment card earlier, we have to let go of the past so that we can rise up into the new with the Judgment card. So we have to let go of our old life, or we have to let go of the things from the past that are holding us back so that we can step into the new life. So I would definitely do that with the Judgment card. You have the King of Wands. I'm laughing because I said, King of Wands is Aries, but I think it's you. And here you go. You have Aries. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries. That's what we call, a backhand from the universe. The universe basically was saying to me, I know what I said. So I think that for a lot of you could be dealing with an Aries. I also do feel, though, that a lot of you could be just embracing this very bold, assertive energy, feeling more motivated. Again, 6th house, Jupiter, if it is in your 6th house, you're going to have to look at your own chart, but just being in your opposite sign definitely could have you feeling more motivated, just ready to go. He's ready to go. He's got his armor on underneath his cloak, and it says, he's not taking action right this second on the card, but he's ready to take action when he needs to take action. So I feel that for a lot of you. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles has come up for everyone. So again, Four of Pentacles can represent holding on to the past too tightly. I do feel a lot of you could be looking to let go of the past or hoping to let go of the past or something like that. It's like you are, I almost just switched my camera again, and it just would have been blackness if I did that, Sagittarius, just like that. But I think with these two cards plus your last card of the Judgment card here, it's saying you are letting go of the past because you have Judgment. And the Ten of Swords is about realizing that you need to let go of the past. With the Judgment card, you have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is about having been disappointed in the past, and the Four of Cups says that you are receiving a new offer right here. And so I feel like you are getting a new offer in your life that will not be disappointing. This could be, for pretty much anything, but I feel like you're about to be, I feel like saying Sagittarius is about to be pleasantly surprised. So, especially during this retrograde. We'll do a collective as well. So, collective. Let's see what we get for you, collective people. Let's see. Collective. So for the collective, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. For the collective, we have this workaholic card. It says having a strong work ethic and giving it 110% all of the time. It says hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I actually feel like everybody in the collective is going to be feeling very motivated. So again, it could be one of those retrogrades where people really feel more motivated, more energetic, not the other way around. I would say that I do think it's a good time to practice taking a rest or getting rest or taking a break. We have Mars going retrograde at the end of the year, pretty much in the same area of the sky in Leo. This Mercury retrograde's in Leo, and also Mars going retrograde in Leo at the end of the year. And so I kind of feel it's like a little bit of practice for when we get there. Leo is kind of like our life force, our vitality. And so when Mars goes retrograde there, you're going to want to have energy saved up. So if you feel like working, work. If you feel like resting and sleeping, rest and sleep. Like practice collecting your energy so that when we get to the end of the year, you have more than enough energy to get through the end of the year. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness. I think that it's a good idea for everyone to practice resourcefulness at this time. We are literally in a time of resourcefulness. Why do you think all this weird stuff is happening with money and all that other stuff? So Queen of Pentacles doesn't say don't spend money. She just says, be resourceful. If you can do something for cheaper, or, if you can get things on sale, or if you can find a better way to make money, or any of that, that's what I would be looking for, and that's what I would be studying with the Queen of Pentacles. Collective has the Seven of Cups as well. Big dreams at this time. We have Neptune and Pisces. We also have Saturn and Pisces. So Neptune and Pisces is your crazy ass idea. Saturn and Pisces says get your ass moving. And if you actually start working on that crazy idea, then you might just create whatever it is. So I think we are in a time of big dreams. Neptune's going retrograde as well. It is, and Saturn. And so, again, I think that now is the perfect time with Neptune going retrograde to kind of like take that crazy idea and ground it in reality. When you think about it, when it's moving forward, being on Neptune would be like being under 100 hurricanes going 10,000 miles an hour with, high seas, waves, 200 feet tall, the craziest thing you could possibly imagine, right? So now that Neptune is going retrograde, it's kind of like calming down. And now is the time where we could manifest our wildest dreams if we put the work in. So I would make sure to put the work in with that Seven of Cups. You have the Eight of Wands collective. And let me just do this real quick. The Eight of Wands is quick success or a quick conclusion. The Eight of Wands is also good news. But also remember what I said earlier about the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is like the slip and slide of life. We have to, and I think this is what everybody should be doing until like 2033. So, almost the next 10 years. I think we all need to be paying very close attention to what causes friction, and we need to pay very close attention to what removes friction from our life and speeds things up. As long as we double down on those things that speed things up or make things more efficient, we will be like 30 times more successful than we normally would be. So make sure you're paying attention. With the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Hierophant. Yeah, love is changing. So I think that for those of you that want love or marriage, love is changing. I also feel that this could be the opportunity for blessings. He is blessing these two people in front of him here. So I really do feel that there could be like a really solid opportunity to receive some blessings in your life. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Two of Cups. I think people need to like stop dreaming about relationships at this time as well. So Neptune going retrograde is great because it's like part of my problem with Neptune, especially in Pisces, is it's like the fantasy. It's just mental masturbation, basically. It's like the fantasy feels better than the reality, or actually you don't know. because what happens with Neptune and Pisces with relationships is like we get into a relationship, but maybe we just are like talking to the person, right? Or maybe we are just texting the person, and we develop this fantasy around the connection. So the fantasy, we kind of don't want to lose the fantasy, so then we never make it a reality. And right now, with Neptune going retrograde, it's time to, make that fantasy a reality. This could be love, but the Two of Cups could also just be something that you will love in your life. It could, Two of Cups can be you and your higher self, and your higher self is trying to communicate with you, which showed up like 20 times today in all the readings, right? So clearly it's a very spiritual time, and Mercury retrograde can be very spiritual. So I think we have to, if our higher self is telling us to do something, we need to like manifest whatever that is down on earth. With the Eight of Wands, you also have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles says get to work. Eight of Pentacles is, what's more important than that, though, what I really want to say here, collective, is that Eight of Pentacles is about looking at your work. It's about seeing how much work you have already done. It's about looking at what you have already accomplished and putting that into perspective. Sometimes I think we need to back up and look at everything that we've accomplished, because then it makes the next thing we're about to do 20 times easier. Because if you're too focused on work, you're not seeing that what you're about to do could be easier, and I feel like this is saying, it's like you already have all this knowledge and wisdom, which came up a lot during these readings, and now by putting things into work or putting things into practice, you'll be able to accomplish something, the next thing much easier or faster or whatever. So thank you, and definitely enjoy the rest of your week.